Hi there, Loy Machedo, speaking to you from loymachedo.com. Who is Loy Machedo and Think Personal Branding? Now, I just finished a video session with a client who was actually looking out for a job in Dubai. And what I realized is, uh, people are repeating the same mistake over and over again. Now, I've been doing this for many years, okay? And I've been doing this online full time, I think, for the past 4 or 5 years. And I see the same trend or the same mistakes that people did last year. They are repeating it again this year. And I thought, okay, fine. Why not just create a video and share with you what I believe is the top 10 biggest mistakes job seekers make, especially when looking out for jobs in UAE, United Arab Emirates. And the same can be said about Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi, Oman. However, because my specialization is in UAE, I speak about UAE. But I can tell you, I'm pretty sure all the expatriates who come down to the Middle East, they are repeating these mistakes. So these are my top 10. Listen to them and let me know your thoughts, what you feel, whether what I'm saying is true or not. Okay? At number 10, what I feel is when people are looking out for jobs, or when they decide, okay, I'm going to come down to UAE, I'm going to just look out for a new job. The 10th biggest misconception that they have is they assume that it's going to be an easy journey. So they think it's going to take them 1 week, 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months. What they don't understand is it can take from 3 months, 6 months, it can take up to a year, especially if you don't have a strategy. This is if you don't have a strategy. Now, if you're talking of being unemployed for so long and searching for a job, the one thing that you do need is savings. And people never ever think about this. So many people, when I speak to them, oh no, I have no money, I have no money to eat food, I have no money to travel. My dear, you're going to a new country to hunt for a job. It's not just the ticket money to fly down to the Middle East. It's not only the accommodation, it's not only the food. You need money to travel. You need money to, get yourself prim and proper. You need money to, meet contacts and connections. You need money to network. You need money for each and everything. And when you're going to a foreign country, you don't know anyone. You don't have any knowledge of the routes. Anyone can take you for a ride. You wouldn't even know where to eat food or, what to do. So in majority of the cases, people end up spending much more than what they planned. So the first thing what you need to focus on is savings. Please do not come to the Middle East looking for a job without savings. Then the question comes, Loy, how much do I save? How much money do I need? I would say the thumb rule is whatever is your salary per month, whatever you're earning per month, multiply that for 6 months. That's minimum. I'm telling you, minimum. So if in case, let's say you remain unemployed for 3 months, even after you get a job, you're not going to get the salary immediately. You're going to get the salary after 1 month. So give yourself a buffer. And that is where I tell you, if you're looking out for a job, make sure that you have a saving of 6 months. You don't have savings of 6 months. I'm telling you, it's going to be very, very tough. And if you do not have the money to take a cab, if you do not have the money to meet people, do not have the money to look your best, you lose opportunities. And the worst part is when money goes out, this is a fact of life. When you don't have money, you lose all your friends, you lose everyone. So please do not come searching for a job without savings. That's the 10th point. At number 9, the really big mistake that people make is coming to a new country with the old mentality. Let's say, for example, you're in the UK and you're coming for a job in Dubai. People don't think, they don't act, they don't behave nothing like what you did back home in the UK. Even in India, the way they behave, the way they act, the way they present themselves is totally different. Like, for example, in India, I'm sure it's very common to see someone who went to the temple to have their, the tika or the thing. They have that. They don't need to perfume themselves. They can smell, stink. I'm not trying to put you down, but I'm telling you the facts because people travel in train. They travel a lot. So body odor is very normal. In Dubai, you need to look like you're going for, I don't know, fashion. You're going for some kind of big party. For example, go to certain organizations. These guys come with gelled hair, with a three-piece, not three-piece suit. They come with a business suit. They look like they are rich millionaires. They might not have any money with them, but they look like they're very successful, uber rich, oozing out with success. Why? Because the image sells. You need to look absolutely sophisticated when you're in Dubai. You need to show you're larger than life. You may not have any money in the bank, but you need to show that, oh, I'm so great. And what's even more is, for example, in the United States, let's say your manager or your regional manager or even your CEO, you'll call him Mark. You'll call him Andrew. You'll call him by the first name. In Dubai, if there is an Arab local and he's your boss, you don't call him Abdullah. You don't call him Ahmed. No, you call him Sir. You call him Mr. Now, these are the things that this may be very small, this may be very silly, but there is so much more you need to keep in mind. Which industry, which emirate, Dubai, Sharjah, Umm Al Quwain, Ras Al Khaimah. Each emirate has its own distinct behavior pattern. For people who are born and raised in UAE, you would know that Abu Dhabi, the locals behave different from Dubai locals, behave different from Sharjah locals, behave different from Ras Al Khaimah locals. In fact, the locals between themselves have this kind of like clannish differentiation that they have between themselves. So please, when you're coming down to UAE, don't come with the same old mentality, with the same old behavior. Observe what is happening. You need to change. You need to evolve. I tell people, if you're not sure, observe, keep quiet, see how people are doing things, and try to follow their way. Like they say, when in Rome, behave as Romans. Then point number 8. This one, I would say this one is common sense, but people don't think about it. In one line, I would say, expect the unexpected. Now, you would say, like, what is unexpected? Okay, let me give you a couple of examples. Do you know that after you get a job, if you're on visit visa, you're actually doing something illegal? Do you know that you may not be paid your monthly salary and you cannot claim your monthly salary while you're on visit? Do you know that there's a difference between your labor contract and your company, what your company offers on their letterhead? Do you know that what is written on the labor contract is in Arabic is what you can take to the court, not what is written on your, the company letterhead? Do you know that verbally, whatever the employer agrees with you, nothing may hold valid in the court? See, these are things people don't think about. There are even other things which are even more worse. Let's say, for example, they take your passport. What if they don't give it to you back? You can't do anything. I'm telling you this. Yes, international rules state that you cannot, nobody can take your passport. But how many cases are there where people's passports have been taken? What will you do? Will you take the employer to court? Will you take the company to court? What can you do? Okay, here's another one what you don't think about. Do you know that the number of people who are being cheated in terms of employment, in terms of scams, in terms of fraudsters, they are dime a dozen. In fact, my own friend who was in UAE for, I think, 30, 40 years, working for some of the top companies like Nabuda, working for some of the top construction companies, he got cheated of 2 years' salary. He couldn't do jack shit. Okay? So the point I'm trying to tell you is people, the biggest mistake that they make is they think that they know everything. I would tell you, expect the unexpected. Even the person with the best heart and the best intentions can surprise you. Okay? Point number 7. This is for people who believe in positive thinking, who believe that, if I pray, only good things will happen. You need to come to UAE assuming that you will fail. Now, when you get married, nobody gets married to get divorced. Nobody starts a business to close down the business. Nobody invests his hard-earned money into a new venture only to know deep down that he's going to lose each and everything. Nobody does that. In the same way, when a person resigns from their job and comes down to the UAE, they don't come with the intention that they are going to go back without a job. But do you know how many people actually go back without getting a job? Do you know how many people who have got a job, didn't get paid, and had to go back? Do you know how many people who were confirmed a job, came down to Dubai, and then they said, you're not good enough during the probationary period? What do? Then you have to go back. You ask your wife to resign from a job. You ask your children to resign, from their school, leave their school. You set up a new place in Dubai only to lose everything. So you need to be mentally prepared that you would fail and you would fail miserably. This try till you succeed. No, not try till you succeed. It's like it's not failure. It's only another result. All this positive thinking bullshit doesn't work. Okay. Then point number 6 is there are these people with amazing character who believe hard work succeeds. I'll give you a small example. Let's assume you're a fly. Okay, I know this might sound like a silly example, but let's assume you're a fly. Let's assume you see a window. You're stuck in a house. You see a window, and out of the window, you see greenery, you see trees, you see freedom. Wow, it looks amazing, right? So you think, yes, I just go there and I'll get out. But as you fly full speed, you bang your head on the glass pane. Now you hit your head, tongue, and you think, ooh, try till you succeed. Hard work, it pays. So again, you go back and again, you go and hit your head against the window pane. You keep doing that, keep doing that. Next day, when the owner comes, he'll see a fly lying dead over there. Bang its head until the point its head finished. You can bang your head on a wall. The wall is not going to crack. In the same way, in UAE, it's not about hard work. It's not the guy who works the hardest that succeeds. If that was the case, the laborers who work in the sun, who are in construction, nobody works harder than them. They work more than 12 hours a day, plus 2 hours of traveling, 2 hours back, 2 hours for 16 hours, and they sleep hardly 6 to 8 hours. That is, along there with that, they have to cook their food, they have to wash, everything else. Nobody works harder than these guys. They work in almost 100 degrees Fahrenheit heat. Okay, if hard work would help a person to succeed, these guys would be the ones to succeed beyond anything else. Dubai doesn't work, or UAE doesn't work on merit-based system. Please get that in your head. Okay, so I've written the points here. Point number 6, the biggest misconception people have is hard work will help you in your success. There are a lot of other factors, from smart work to office politics to being street smart, okay, which is another topic in itself. Point number 5. This one is a classic. When I speak to people, I ask them, okay, you're going there. Why are you going there? For what are you going there? They're like, oh, my uncle is there, my aunt is there, my girlfriend is there, my boyfriend is there. So I tell them, okay, fine. Is your uncle, your aunt, your boyfriend, is he or she the managing director of a company? If he's not, and if he doesn't have the authority and the power to give you a job immediately, you're walking from frying pan into the fire. You're walking into a suicide. Why? Because unless and until that person has the contacts, the connections, and the decision-making capacity to give you a job, you're just walking on empty promises. It's like a politician saying, we promise you that your life will be better. You'll do this, you'll do that. That's all fucking bullshit. Don't depend on others. Please do not depend on others. I know so many people who have told me, my uncle is there, my aunt is there, my friends are there. Well, guess what? When you don't have money, when you don't have positions of power and authority, all your friends are only namesake. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't care about you. Money fucking talks. Okay? Even God, even your gods, whomsoever you believe, will listen to your prayers only when you are in your good days. In your bad days, like this, he's testing you. And the testing will go on for days and days. So please stop depending on others. Stop believing anyone. For me, if you see my video, 2011 suicide, the day I said, fuck this, enough of this, I'm taking charge of my life. I will not give a single excuse. I'll not depend on anyone. Fuck everyone. That was the day my life changed. So please stop depending on others. Point number 4, we're going to the top 10. So the 4th point, having either no strategy or a bad strategy. Now, whenever I do my consultation sessions, I ask them the question. So you're going to Dubai, you're looking out for a job as engineering, or you're looking as sales manager or marketing. What exactly is your strategy? In most of the cases, they tell me, I don't know, Loy, I'll just go there and look for a job. And I'm like, you'll go there and look for a job. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Loy, I'll go to a company. Then I said, wait, you'll go to a company, let me guess. You'll put your CV, you'll give your CV to the office, you'll tell to the HR manager, can I have an appointment? Or you will send people emails, correct? And they're like, yeah, that's what I do. Well, let me give you news flash. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry that has come down to UAE has spammed people to the point of suffocation. Do you know that I'm not based in Dubai. I'm not at all based in Dubai. I get 1,600 fucking emails a day. I get WhatsApp messages. I get unsolicited mails. I get so many, spammers. It's like unfucking believable. So imagine, I'm not even a company. I'm not even staying in Dubai. I get 1,600 emails. I have asked my friend, what he told me is on a given day, their company receives more than 4,000 fucking emails, even if they have not put a position, even if they have not put an ad. They get 4,000 emails totally unsolicited because people are just sending through the website. So nobody's going to check your email. You can put the most amazing subject matter. You can have a colorful CV with bright red, pink, and designer and all. Nobody's going to fucking look at it. It's going to be marked as spam. That's number one. And the second part, going door to door, my dear, in these towers, in these buildings, there is a security guy down there. There's a watchman down there. He's going to ask you who you're going to go and meet, which company, who is the person, and then he's going to call the person. He's going to verify whether you're coming to meet that person. And then after you go to meet that person, they are watching on the camera. Yes, agreed. When many people come and go, they can't watch you. But then if you go to another company, knock on the door and put your CV, and if that person says, excuse me, who are you? Why you come here? And they complain, you will get bundled and thrown out. In many companies, many buildings, you can't even go through the stairs or through the lift. They are keeping an eye on you. You cannot do this. Don't think that you're smarter than the system and don't think you're the first person on the planet to do. I've been in Dubai for 40 years and I would say 25 years ago when I was doing that, those days the security used to even catch me and throw me out. So you don't think that they have improved on their security, they have improved on their techniques. They don't know that you're looking out for a job. See, I'm not trying to disrespect you, but just think of the person who's sitting at the reception. That person has work to do. And every 15 minutes, 20 minutes, somebody's, excuse me, is there any vacancy? Can I give my CV? They will take your CV. You know what they do with the CV? They take the papers, they remove the staple, they cut it into 4 pieces, they make it into scribble notes, and they have recycled paper. For the emails that come as spam, they just, delete it. If you send them email, they'll just delete it. Don't fucking waste your time. Don't fucking do this. That's why I tell people, you don't want to pay me, fine. You don't want to have a strategy, fine. At least get contacts and connections. In UAE, there's a magic word, which I've told you in my previous video on how to succeed to get a job in UAE. It's called WASTA. 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 Whatever the fuck it is. It's WASTA. WASTA means contacts, connections, influence. Okay, you don't have that, you don't fucking survive. Then, point number 3. Now, at number 3 is desperation. Now, what do I mean by this? UAE works on playing with your weakness. Now, what do I mean by this? I'll explain to you so you understand. When you have a job, you have a visa. When you have a visa, you don't have to worry because you can stay in the country. But if you lose your job, you don't have a fucking visa. And then you have this ticking time bomb where if you do not get a job within that period of time, you have to get the fuck out of the country. Okay. Now, when you come under a visit visa or when you come under a tourist visa, whichever other visa, you have a ticking time bomb, a time frame by which you have to get a job. And the employer knows that you need him more than he needs you. So what he'll tell you is, okay, we'll get back to you. How long is your visa? You'll tell him, sir, another 1 week. He'll say, okay, fine. Do you know that you've just given him the clue? If you have told him another 1 week, he'll wait until 6 days. And just 1 day before you have to exit, he'll tell you, okay, fine, I'll offer you the job. What is the salary you're looking at? You'll say, sir, I want 5,000. He will say, 3,000, take it or leave it. And then you have to calculate, fuck, if I don't get the job, I have to go back to my country. And then I have to wait for a month. Then I have to come back again on a ticket. Then I have to hunt for a job again. So you are on the losing end. You don't have the leverage to bargain. So that is a really bad thing. And that is where people get desperate. See, remember this. The guy who has a job, he has a visa, he doesn't have to fucking worry. If you had your own job, if you had your own visa, you can bargain, you can negotiate, you can tell him, I want this salary, take it or leave it. I'm sorry, I'm not prepared to work for less than this. But if you don't have a visa, the guy knows that you can't call the shots. So please avoid getting into that state or that moment where you become desperate. So many people get in touch with me, Loy, I just have 3, 4 more days. I just have 1 more week left. I'm desperate. Well, that's your fucking fault. Before even coming to Dubai, you should have approached me. There are so many people who approach me before coming to Dubai. We plan things out. So the chances of them getting a job is much more higher. Who's to fucking blame? You're the one to fucking blame. Then don't, oh God, help. I don't know. That's your fucking problem, man. At number 2, it is, now this is for the smarty pants. Okay. I'll tell you, have a look at this Google search. For example, Google search. Anything you want to find, you can get it online. Let's say, for example, tips to get jobs in UAE, you'll get it. Tips to succeed in life, you'll get it. Anything and everything you search online, you'll get it. So what people think is, wow, there's so much information online. Why the fuck do I have to pay anyone? I'll go online. So people make their resumes by looking at some fucking template. People check, oh, this is the best interview response to give. People think, oh, this is a strategy to get a job. Wow, there's a YouTube video, how to get a job, how to succeed. Based on their great internet research, they make their CV, they prepare the interviews. Guess what? They don't fucking get a job. Do you know why? Because no smart, sensible person is going to research on the fucking internet and take pivotal decisions, important life-changing decisions. For example, let's say your spouse, your wife, she's going to deliver a baby. Do you fucking watch a YouTube video to see how to pull out the baby? If your mother or father get an accident, are you going to check a YouTube video and see, oh, okay, what to do when I have an accident? No, you'll go to a fucking professional. You'll go to someone who knows what the fuck they're doing. When you have to send your children to school, do you read an article and teach your children or tell your children just read an article? No, you send them to a school. When you're doing your legal paperwork, you go to a lawyer. I hope you do. When there's anything important, you approach professional. Even if something as silly and stupid and senseless as a wedding day, a day where you invite people who don't give a fuck. You give food to people who are ungrateful. You give free fucking booze because you want to fucking show off. You employ a professional even to do your fucking hair. You employ a professional to dress you up. You employ a professional videographer. You employ a professional guy who will even take photographs. There you'll spend a fuckload of money for one day of showing off, which doesn't contribute to your career, which doesn't contribute to your future, which doesn't help you in any fucking way, just to fucking show off because you say, oh, that is a special day. But for a job that can change your life, that can give you 20%, 30%, 50% more income and revenue, for that you want to be fucking stingy? Man, half these fucking assholes wouldn't mind buying the latest new iPhone. You have $1,000 for it. But you don't fucking have money to pay a professional? Like there was this guy from Africa, this poor chap. He wanted to desperately come to UAE to work as a waiter. When I asked him, why does he want to come? He was like crazy. He said, it has a good life, good salary. I said, what is the salary that you're offering? He said, $2,500. $2,500 to be a waiter. I said, who the fuck told you this? Just, you don't believe me? Just Google search the standard salary for the hospitality industry. This is what he Google searched and he got. They said the standard salary in UAE for a, person working in the hospitality, like he assumed it's being a waiter, it's paid $2,500. What he didn't assume is it is only for the whites, Gora passport, that they get $2,500. Indian, African, Bangladeshi, Sri Lankan, you get $200. That's what food, accommodation, and $200. Okay. This poor guy assumed that this is what. It's not the first time I've got cartoons like this. I've got even people who tell me, Loy, if you can guarantee me a job, I'll give you 100 dirhams. That is $27. I'll give you 100 dirhams, Loy, if you can guarantee me a job. Go give that fucking dog biscuit to your dog and tell your dog to find you a job. See, the thing which I'm trying to tell you is what you pay is what you get. Please, If you are looking, whatever salary, let's say you're looking for say 1,000 dirhams a month, your CV should be 1,000 into 12. That's 12 months. It should look like a 12,000 dirham annual kind of document. The person should feel, yes, I'm employing someone of value, someone of class, someone of sophistication. Don't fucking make a mess out of yourself here. And last, if not the least, the number one biggest mistake that people do is they try to do everything by themselves. Think about this. Let's say whatever job you're doing, do you think I can master your job, the job that you have been doing for years and years, 5 years, 10 years? Do you think I can master your job by just looking at some videos, reading some articles, and come to your office and say, I can do the job better than you? No, I can't, because you have spent years honing your skills, being as good as possible to be the best, competing with others to reach where you are. So there is some respect, there is some, there is some amount of decorum that should be there in terms of your job. Then how can you think that you can do my job, that is personal branding, by reading some fucking article, watching some fucking video? You think you can be as good as me? I've been doing this for 16 fucking years, man. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying come to me, but please at least go to some professional who will give you his time, his expertise, and respect them. Don't fucking. It's like you go to a tattoo artist and say, what is the last price, cheapest? That guy is putting permanent fucking ink on your face. He will do some shit, and then you'll be carrying that for the rest of your life. Stop being a fucking miser. Where it comes to your career, your future, something that will remain with you for the rest of your life, please stop being a miser about it. You cannot, I tell people this, you cannot learn fucking karate by watching a video. You cannot learn, boxing by reading an article. You cannot learn personal branding by just searching online, man. Please, if you want to earn 10,000 per month, put that amount of investment that you will be earning and getting that. I'm not challenging you on your process, your process-based work that you tend to do, the routine. I'm pretty sure you're good at your job, but I can challenge you. You're not good at selling yourself. You're not good at marketing yourself. You're not good at, presenting yourself. Because if you were good, I can tell you this, you'd get people knocking on your door right now, asking for you. Just as Elon Musk is a brand, Jeff Bezos is a brand, Jack Ma is a brand. All these famous people are a brand because they're celebrity stars. Even in your office, just check in your office. There are these people who are dynamic, who everyone looks up to, who stand out from the rest of it. These are brands. If you're not one of them, then you're not a brand by yourself. So the biggest mistake that I see people doing is trying to do everything by themselves, trying to be misers, trying to read some fucking article, look at some fucking video and think, I can market and sell myself. No, the fuck no. Okay? And if you feel I'm expensive, if you feel fine, because I am, I'll tell you honestly, I am. At least go to somebody. At least go to somebody who will take some interest, who really want to bring out the best in you. Go to that person. And at least, just as you spend a shitload of money, effort, time, and invest your feelings into your marriage day, into the day that even going on a date, you take so much effort. You clean shave, you look good, you look smart, you dress well, you put perfume. Some even go to the gym and try to get six-pack. I don't know what fucking six-pack, just to impress a girl. If that is the effort that you take just to get shagged, it's your fucking career that we are talking about here. So I hope this video has added some value. These are the 10 biggest mistakes people do while looking out for a job in Dubai, UAE. I just hope you're not one of those fucking idiots, because if you are, end of the day, you're the one who's going to fucking suffer. And when you suffer, just remember my words, what I told you, because you cannot fool the system. You cannot fool people. I get every single day, I get a CV. I can look at a CV. I can tell you immediately where the person has copied this, which part the person has copied, whether this person has done the CV professionally or done it by themselves. It's very easy. So if it's easy for a simple, humble, bumble guy like me, these guys who do this for a living, you can't fool them. So I hope this video added some value to you. I'll put the details and bits about this video in the description below. Put down your comments, share with me whatever you feel like. I always read them. This is me signing off for now. Take care.